Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back to work in the Rustic Christmas journal, the paper bag journal. Sorry, I'm wearing one of my son's old sweatshirts and it's too big for me. So what I'm gonna do today is the cover. So that is what we're gonna work on, and then if we have time, which we probably will because it shouldn't take me very long, we will do some other stuff in the journal. So how are you guys? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing good. Had a lovely weekend. I know yesterday was Monday and it's Tuesday now, but for me, it is Sunday. So we had my husband's birthday dinner and all that jazz yesterday because it was his actual birthday, and it was lovely. And then we went and hung out with the kids and chatted, and yeah, it was nice. So what are you guys up to? Anything fun and exciting? It has been windy, rainy, icky. Today we did this morning. It was actually a little break in the rain, and so we went out and raked leaves, and now the leaves have all fallen some more. But you gotta kind of do it and you know, do a little here and there, or it gets a little bit overwhelming. So, and then now I'm doing a video. But I hope your weekend was nice. It has definitely cooled off, that is for sure. And I know some places are just going to start getting hot, so I kind of wish I was there, not here. Just start over and do summer over again instead of Christmas. Oh, I didn't even say, I did go and do some gessoing. I didn't get all of it done, but, well, one of these sides has some gesso, this side, I guess. So I will continue on with that, but I did do the front, just so that around the edges it looks a little bit more done than a paper bag, you know. This is not wanting to stick great around this edge, and I'm assuming it's the gesso. So we'll get that figured out. Where did I put my paper towels? Oh, I put them back. I put them where they're supposed to be. Instead of just on some table somewhere. So yeah, it was a very nice weekend. I keep hearing people say it's going to be a bad winter, and I'm really hoping that that's not the case. I like those winters when we don't get a whole lot of snow. Rain, you know, and all that. I know we need water, so, like, that's all fine. Or the mountains can have the snow. I'm always fine with that, too. But here in the valley, let's have less snow. Sounds fantastic. All right, now that we got that down, and that's just a piece of the Rustic Christmas kit. And then I'm gonna use this Joy to the World. This is just Christmas music that I printed on some of that manila children's drawing paper. And you can get a huge pack of it on Amazon for cheap compared to a lot of other papers anyway. And it's kind of cool because it gives you that sort of old book page look, or like a book page that's yellowed a bit. And that's kind of fun. So all I did is print it on there instead of white paper. It is very fun paper. If you want that older look, you know. So I need to say hugs and blessings. Hugs and blessings to Sherry, Mitzi, Annie, S.K. Cart, and Patty. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your kind comments. I really appreciate all of you. Welcome to new subscribers, and welcome back to those of you that have been with me for a long time or a short time. Please check the like button. Make sure it's working today. Just click it once. That's all you gotta do. And that's super helpful to my channel. And if you could subscribe if you hadn't, leave a comment. I love comments. We're going to use one of our trees that we did in the inspired by Pinterest. That's what it was. And then I'm going to use these little circles that I had left over from making our little wreath a couple of weeks ago. Where did I put that? This little wreath. So I'm going to use some of those circles since I have them. I think I am going to ink them. I know that's kind of tedious, but because we're doing the rustic thing, I don't want them to be real white on the edges. We're just going to, of course, put them on here like ornaments. It just needed a little something else. Like, it's fine with the splatters and that, but it just, I felt like it needed a little something on here. So I'm going to put the little baubles on. I think those will be fun. Just here and there. Got our Santa. This one up near the top because I've already got that plaid there. Let's put this one a little higher. Now, how did I want to do this? I think I wanted this one over here more. This is always tricky. This is why you gotta kind of lay this stuff out before you go just gluing, because I don't know what it is about the trying to space them out on these trees, but they look weird if you don't get it right. Oh, that doesn't work either. The littler ones are easier to tuck in somewhere, I feel like. Yeah, something like that, I think. It needs to be kind of random, you know? You don't want, like, straight lines or whatever, because it'll look weird. So I think something like that will work. And these little trees are super easy to make. I'll try to remember to link that video. If I forget, just let me know. But just in case you haven't seen it and you're like, well, I want to know how to make the tree. Itself. Yeah, the wind is just whipping out there. Man. My daughter's in Oregon for work. She got there safe, so that made me happy. She needs to take photographs. Of course, by the time you watch this, she'll be back, but okay. We're going to ink our Santa. So he's going to go about here. That Looks like a Pasha hair. Crazy little cat. But behind the tree, I'm gonna put one of these, and these are from my, oh, I'm having trouble remembering, Whatnot digital kit. And I know that's a screwy name, but it's just sort of Whatnot. This is and that's, and you know, to use in your journals for decorative purposes. And this is a little, I think that might be Artie Mae's. I don't know. I just had it in my stash of random Christmas like things. So I think I'm going to do something like that. But I need to figure out how or where I want all this. So think about there. It's just the red and green thing, so it works. Okay, and then behind Santa, I'm going to put this package. And I just had that little package. So I'm going to do something like that. First, I might want to put this on, kind of like a tree skirt. So I want that to go next. So we need to put the tree down, I guess. And I forgot to do this glue again, because I always forget to do this glue. I think about that little one, but I forget about, oh, it's working though. Yay. I forget about this bigger one. PVA glue from Amazon. It's much less expensive than art glitter glue. Of course, buy the glue you like. You don't have to have the kind of glue I like. You can have the kind of glue you like. But I like the PVA. It works well, in my opinion. That is cute. I like it. Very festive and happy. I've been trying to watch like Christmas crafting videos, even though I don't do the same kind of crafts that they do, just to like get myself motivated. This first. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get that to stay down. It's so lacy. And it's just an old, do I like this side better? Vintage lace. I think it's supposed to go this way, but I like it this way better, so that's what I'm gonna do. I need to find some more vintage lace because I'm running out. It's always hard to find around here. Well, I haven't been in any of the antique stores in a while. I try to avoid because I don't need stuff, and for the most part, and I'm trying not to spend money. Always. Let's try to use what I got. But sometimes you don't got it. Certain things. So I think I'll put that there, and he's gonna go like overlapping the tree with the little package behind him. I wanted it to sort of look like he's a toy Santa, you know, that whole thing under the Christmas tree. Glue strings. Okay, and I had a little candy cane to put in Santa's hand. He's so tiny. I had to, well, I didn't have to, but I traded phones with my son because he got a different phone. And the phone he had before has better camera than mine. So hopefully it's gonna make good videos, good photos. So that was a whole rigmarole between yesterday and today, trying to get it working with all my stuff on it instead of his stuff. And eesh. These cute little Merry Christmas here. Ooh, that's close, huh? All right. That is the cover. It's a little bit dimensional, but I think it'll be fine. Cute. I like it. All right. And then I did put this Santa bag here, and I left it open on the side, but it's glued on 3 sides. So we have a pocket here and a pocket here that we're going to have to make something for. I think I'm going to tuck this in this pocket. And I'm not sure here. I think this, I added a flip to it. And this is tissue paper on there. So just because this is old ledger, and I still may put something on this side, I don't know. But anyway, that I think will go there and be a flip out, and you can write both places. And then I don't know yet what I want to do. And I'm thinking I'm going to put this here as a tuck, and then, as you know, if you saw me do the video, that comes out, and then this comes out as well. So maybe we'll work on, let's work on this one, getting this covered and that, just because I don't have like a plan specifically for, oh, and the other thing I did is cut the cards that are going to go in inside the bags, and I cut them at they're like 5 3/4 by 7.5. That just seems to fit nicely in those jumbo bags. And then I'll have tabs so that they don't get so lost in there. But there's lots of room in those, and you can put quite a bit of stuff in those. But I am going to glue the sides closed entirely. So, but there's room because they were gusseted and all that. So anyhow. Got some of the papers. Some pieces. Is this one big enough? Oh yeah, that one will work on there, huh? Put that one on there, and then maybe this behind. Right, this way. Like, which way does this page go? Maybe we want this side. Yeah, I think I'll do it that side. Okay, let's do the back first. And we don't need all of it. There's no sense in wasting it. So do I want, I think I want all the snowflake, this up here. So I'm going to cut it, tear it there, and about, oh no, I can tear it about right at that. And try to tear it semi-straight. And what did I say? Right about there. All the leaves in our backyard, though, are those really bright yellow leaves. I love those and the red ones the best, that kind of red color. They're so pretty. Oh, you know what I didn't do, though, on this one? I didn't put any gesso yet. And I want gesso. So maybe what I'm going to do is put this here, this here, this here, and to come back to that. So we need to do stuff on this side, because that's as far as I got with the gesso. So what do we want to put on this one? Could put this pocket. Oh, that's the same Santa, huh? Well, it's probably going to get used somewhere in here, so I might as well use it. Maybe I'll put it there, though, just because. Okay, so let's put something on there. I like this green. Maybe I want it this way. This is a nice part of these. I mean, you could consider them directional, but they really could go, you know, most anyway. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so I'm going to tear that edge off. So I need to come over a little. And then here, and that'll give me a little extra wiggle room. Okay, there's that one. Where's the other mark I made to you? I just love when you can't find your marks. Silly. I know it was down in this green part, but I can't see it now because I'm going to have to do it again. Sorry about that. Happens. Yeesh. I'm a calamity today, boy. Yeah, right there. I can see it now. Yes, this isn't the most exciting part of journals, but has to be done. And I know it's not that wide, but why did I not? Oh, I don't know what I was doing, y'all, but I definitely blew that. Sorry, somebody yell at me. My goodness. And I just need a little sliver off the top. Okay, that will work. So let's get that inked. This is a lot like doing a cultured book in a way, because you know you're just doing the covering of the pages. Oh, I did not tear that side off, but if I tear, I guess I can tear a very small amount off. Oh, I've had questions again about the tear ruler thing. The biggest tip I can give you about the tear ruler, and I know some of you have heard it, but some haven't. So I'm pushing down. You need pressure on it for sure. And then when you tear towards yourself. Don't pull away, because if you pull away at all, it pulls out from under there, or it gives you a weird tear. So I try to just tear, especially when I'm doing the skinny strip, I just tear straight down towards me, and that seems to give me a good little strip that way. If you pull it all out that direction, or depending on if you're left-handed or right-handed, that direction, it'll tear weird. So it's pressure on the ruler and then tear straight down towards yourself. Because it can easily get away. I still mess it up, so for sure. It definitely happens. And it's usually if I have something under it when I'm tearing. That's another thing. Make sure that you have contact with your table or whatever, and it works better that way too than if you try to tear on top of, you know, I've always got junk all over my desk, so it's not going to work as well if you have a bunch of papers under it. I like that green, the lighter green shapes there. How did I get, I feel like I didn't do the best on that. Oh, I guess I did all right. Okay, and then we can figure out, where do we want this? I don't know. Do I want it? I can't really have it as a tuck because it's so kind of light and flimsy. I could, if I put it in the middle, tuck something into the side. Put it down. Yeah, the only thing I could do, I guess, if I put it down here, I could back it with something so that you could slide something in and out of there. I kind of made it too thin, to be honest. You know, sometimes. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. I apologize. It's just bugging me for some reason. So I think I'll get my pinking shears and attempt to, you know what, I might just start all over there, glue it on, and then just do a little trim. I think that'll work better. Yeah, I didn't think that through very well when I made it. Sometimes when you make stuff, you're just like, yeah, that will work. Until you go try to actually use it. And then it's not so great. But as Linda always says, everything can be fixed, and that really kind of is true. There's been a few times I haven't been able to fix something, but I've been doing this for going on 8 years. It's actually probably over 8 years because I did have some time learning how to, you know, make journals and whatnot. I started watching Nick the Booksmith, and of course Gail Augustinelli is hugely informational when you're first starting out. I don't think Nick the Booksmith is doing videos anymore. I don't know. I haven't been over to her channel in a long time. I know she didn't for a while, and then she came back, but I don't know if she's still doing it. I realize this is a little crooked, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. Okay, so that will make it more sturdy. And then I can put something down behind it. I'm not that worried about the rest of it because it'll all be attached, but I do want that top part to not get torn. That would be sad. So we'll put glue on these side bits. Here and here. Ooh, the one thing you do have to be careful with tissue paper is it's porous. So my tag will fit in there. It's not that wide, but that's always something to think about. And then we can still put a tag in there. So I'm also using, these are all pieces, well, not all, but that I either did in like inspired by videos or 50 stack challenge videos. So it gives you an idea of, you know, I do actually use this stuff. I don't just make it just because. So that can go there. And then I wonder, would this fit in there? Yeah, not very well. That won't really work. Okay. So we'll put that in there, and then we'll find a different tag to tuck back behind. I think for now, I kind of want to put something back there. If I put this back here and this in here, fit. It's kind of tight with the bow, but it fits. So I think I'll do that, at least for now. I can always change my mind down the road. And because I liked that candy cane with that Santa, I might go ahead and put this little candy cane because it's just sitting there on my desk saying use me. So I'm gonna. So that's kind of why I created the 50 stack challenge, was so that, you know, it's just a little starting point, but gets you making ephemera, and it's always nice to have some extra floating around. That's for sure. Or you can make it specifically for whichever holiday or theme you're doing, whatever the thing is you're doing. Okay, you can tell I like that Santa. He's cute. I don't know what else I want to do. I guess I could try. I did not get that page. No, I did not get the gesso. Because I do want to connect that. But I think I'm going to have to wait. So I'm going to have to get more pages gessoed, and then we will continue on. But at least you got to see me do the cover. So the cover is all set and ready to go, and I love it. I think it's adorable. So we have that, and we have that today. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll chat again soon. Love ya. Bye.